this game.
Okay.
Put that around your neck, and there's a hook on the...
You're trying to hang me? This is crazy.
So we set the arena.
Oh, this is the arena, okay.
It can be whatever shape we want it to be, but yeah, let's just say that.
Alright.
So, simple game. We get the exact same amount of magnets.
Oh, I used to have these.
We each take it to us to put a magnet in the shape.
Okay.
If they stick and clump up on whose ever move, you got to take their magnets, and it's the one who runs out first.
Who wins?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
So if I go first, I'm gonna place one there. Okay, is that how we're doing it?
What if we both run out? Is that possible?
No, I don't think it is.
Well, no, this is one person would have
This
to
is
run out
a
first.
slidey table as well.
They're strong magnets as well.
That's strong.
How have you done that?
Yeah, you heard that.
They moved.
You heard that.
Oh
See?
no! I can
Yeah.
feel it.
Nah.
Just put it down. Stop cheating.
I can feel it pulling my hand down. Oh, I'll grab these two. Oh, they won't rocked.
So you gotta be quick.
How?
You gotta be quick with it. You're taking too long. Oh.
Okay.
He says.
Oh, cheeky.
Gotta be.
I need to strategically think which one's going to collect the least amount. Like this corner's alright. I can't go there. I'm not getting 5.
But then when they pull others, they're gonna keep pulling more. So.
Do you remember when we played it in the kitchen? Like, I accidentally tapped one and it.
And it
like,
went brrrr.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You've got them all.
Okay. Oh, I'm screwed, aren't I? Regardless.
Yeah.
If I grab this, see, look.
See?
Oh, you see, that's why you gotta be.
God damn it.
That's what happened to me.
How many you got left?
3.
I'm just gonna have to go for.
One more. I know where I'm going.
Oh, you're gonna go there. But then if I go there, you're gonna go there.
Ooh.
Fuck. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so nervous.
What are you doing?
This is practice anyway. I don't care.
I mean, you moved the arena a bit, but.
Oh,
Oh no! Whoa. that was good though. That was.
it's stressful. Is that the same?
How many should you have?
Yeah.
Oh, lit.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh, you won. You go first. Let's go do that.
I enjoyed it. I saw people playing it on TikTok and I was like, I want that game.
Yeah.
I figured if I start kind of close-ish first, it will minimalise.
This is gonna be so much harder. I can tell.
Ooh.
Oh, he's like he knows what he's doing.
Of course. My eyes are always.
I fucked myself up. God damn it. What's this corner saying? What? They're not even moving for him.
Because I know the magnetic distance in which. I don't know shit, to be
Is
fair.
he going to be silly?
Oh, that was brave.
That was very brave.
Yeah, move away, move away.
That was Tekker's, because now you got a little space there.
Yeah, that kind of helped me.
Shit, what's my smallest? That's a big one. Alright, I'm going to go for small. Go small and strategic. Oh my god, this is horrible. Oh my gosh. I kind of want to go there. But I could get 5
You're
here.
in the trifecta of 5 there, but don't drop it though, because it's gonna.
They're going to repel each other.
No, you're good.
Fuck.
You ain't.
Why did me jump?
No, you ain't good.
Oh, you prick. So let's go again.
If you hit.
Why? Again, he's won again. There's too much space here now. How many you got?
That was the last one.
Swear.
I swear.
Oh, for God's sake.
Alright, last one.
The best out of 15. Go on then, winner.
I won't go middle.
Actually, do I want
Yeah, maybe I need to get rid of
Do you
the
wanna
bigger
get
ones
big ones?
first.
Yeah, get rid
Yeah,
of them
good idea.
Okay. These are they feel nice, don't they, in the hand?
Dude, it's like a little fidget toy almost.
Yeah. I'm shaking. Why am I shaking? Oh, we're speedrunning now.
We're speeding it. Ooh, now I'm feeling like I'm in a bit of a...
Nah, you got this. Easy. Fuck. Fuckaroo.
Right in that corner.
It's hard to see from here, like, the
Yeah.
distance between them. But they look like they're all
Can
very
the camera
close
see it?
together.
I'm gonna have to zoom in, but yeah.
No!
Oh yes, okay, I like that.
No! My butterfingers. My butterfingers.
Okay. I'm gonna go. What?
How many you got?
The final.
I've got to go there then, haven't I?
I've done him.
Well, that's the most logical way to go. I mean, obviously, you could probably... Actually, yeah.
I'm gonna go corner. I think.
Yeah.
I just need a win under my belt. Why is that rocking? Stop it. Yeah.
Damn butterfingers.
Oh, that's fun. I quite like that. Imagine playing this when drunk, because your hands are. I like that.
That was good.
That was fun.
I like that, yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to episode 3.
Episode 3?
Retake.
3.1.
Yeah, 3.2?
3.2.
Yeah.
3 was a write-off.
Terrible.
It just didn't feel right. I think that's something that we aren't afraid to say.
No,
if,
of course.
If it didn't click, it didn't click.
No.
We're not going to publish it. We haven't wasted any time because we still had a chat. It still
Mhm.
was what it was. Welcome, guys. And today is, well, for the people, it's your birthday.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tomorrow,
It's
but
tomorrow.
for them it was 4 days ago. Something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And we're going to have a barbecue, have some fun. Something else I was going to say. It's Mental Health Awareness Month.
It is.
Also Pride Month.
Mm-hmm.
Are you proud?
Proud
Yeah.
of...
Yourself?
In terms of what? What, pride? Because you went from pride to are you proud? So I'm thinking, what? I'm a bit confused.
I'm just talking shit. So what's the first thing that we had on the itinerary? Because I can't remember what I wrote down. It's
Introduction.
Don't look
Introduction. Okay, so I'll go first. Keep it short and sweet. On my left is sexy Big Wes.
And on my right is sexy and tall. Big man.
And at the back of the room is Kirsty. Is sexy and short Kirsty. That's your name, by the way, on WhatsApp.
Random caramel gay guy. Good lord.
You should change your number, because the other one was just Wesley.
I can't remember what you... I think you're just Big Mad Madison.
Damn.
No, what are you? No, I've got you as Mad Madison. I think it was Madman Madison, but then I didn't want to assume your gender, so I took it out.
Just a quick ramble. Yeah, so in the spirit of it obviously being a month of mental health and stuff, how are you?
I'm good.
How's your mental health?
It's a lot better than if I was to compare it to like...
Yesterday.
yeah, 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago when I was on the bus. No, compared to like 4 hours ago, it's a lot better. A lot better.
Why, just because it was morning and you're not like a morning person?
Not even that, just because I've changed my mentality to like...
From 4 hours ago?
No, from 4 months ago.
He said hours, didn't he?
You didn't say hours.
I did 4 hours ago. Just
No,
then.
it's because you said it, so now about 4 months ago is what I was
But
trying
let's
to
go
say.
deep from this
Sounded
morning.
was, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've changed so quickly in 4 hours.
Since 4 months ago.
So since about 4 or 5 months ago, just because I changed my mentality to like, it's so easy to focus on bad stuff. I know everyone says that because it seems so simple. Just like, it's like going to a homeless person saying, just don't be homeless, buy a house.
Yeah.
It's like you say, just don't focus on the bad stuff. Like, yeah, it sounds so simple when you say it, but to actually do it is like, it's next level hard. But I managed to, from going away and traveling, to learn that like, if I ever have like bad thoughts, like really trying to pull me down, in a way I'm just like, well, I know what you're trying to do, but I'm not going to let you do it.
So you sort of, what's it called where you humanise something? It's a word in English for it. God knows, I don't know. But there's a word for it where you take something and you make it human. So if you take your demons and you make them into a thing, that's what I used to do with the dark.
Oh, I know what you mean. I can't think of the word.
Yeah, I can't think of the word. I used to be scared as fuck of the dark. So, but then I would walk out.
Personify? Is that it?
Personify. Is it? Sounds right. I don't know. Let's just go with it. I'm sure somebody in the comments will say, "Oh, you're not stupid." But I'm
pretty sure it's.
I used to be scared of ghosts and stuff, and so I'd walk into the bathroom. I'm just talking to him.
Yeah.
Saying, guys, look, just don't do it today. If you're gonna jump out on me, if you're gonna make a door slam, just not today, please. I've had a bad day. And then because I'm rambling and I go for a wee, I'm still talking, and then I get back in the room like,
it helps.
Well, that was fucking stupid, but it does help because I've turned it into a person. I've talked to the person.
Yeah.
I said, don't kill me, and they haven't.
I used to do that. You know, when I was home alone and I'm going up to my room and all the lights off and I've got to turn off those lights behind me, everybody knows you just sprint up the stairs. I'd turn them off. I'd be like, yo, guys, I'm off to bed. You guys have a good night. Like, talk like they're actually just there watching. I'm like, yo, you guys have a good night. I'm going to go to bed. Sleep tight. I'll speak to you in the morning. I'm
sure there's a hand somewhere there. Yeah, and
just full on catching jokes. And it does help because really I think it's hearing your own voice as well in a way. It helps because you're breaking up the silence.
Your own voice is a big factor, especially for me. This is a bit of a tangent, but with my own voice, so the voice in my head, we had a quick chat about this the other day actually. So there's a voice. Have you got a voice in your head?
Yes, in a monologue. Some people don't have it, which is just
that's
crazy
weird.
To me.
Is it your voice?
Yeah.
So mine is sometimes my voice. When I'm at work, he speaks patois.
Man.
Don't ask me why.
Hey, oh, Maria-san.
So I'm doing my paperwork. I'm going around. I'm doing some picking, whatever. And I'll go to a box and I'm like, I just need 48 here. But that's in my head. I don't obviously verbalise it.
Crazy.
When I'm at work and I'm counselling and I'm concentrating, it turns into Jamaican straight away.
No, I know what you mean.
Don't know why.
Sometimes, like...
It helps me focus.
It would be a different voice, depending on the situation. But, like, it's not, like, specifically...
Or
I couldn't turn around and be like, oh, yeah, it's this.
Depending on the mood I'm in, it could be Scottish.
That's crazy. So yours just fluctuates between like
fluctuates
accents.
between the mood I'm in and what task I'm doing, and also with my actual speech. So if I'm gonna have a bad day and I know I can't talk, especially mornings is the worst, the voice in my head has a stutter.
That's crazy.
If my voice in my head has a stutter, I know I'm gonna struggle to speak and I don't speak, so I just go mute. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I clocked it. This is a thing I've clocked this year. Bear in mind I'm 30. I only just realised I could have avoided a lot of embarrassing situations by just listening to my voice in my head. And if he's going, bro,
don't talk.
Like, don't talk. Don't say nothing. They're very short. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
That's crazy, isn't it?
That is mad.
That was a tangent though. We were going on about, so you took the things in your head that were negative, personified them, and said, bro, leave me alone.
I mean, basically, yeah. I mean, I'm not massively religious. Like, I go to church occasionally, but I basically just saw it as a way as...
You go to church?
Yeah, occasionally. I used to go quite a bit, but then obviously I do football.
We're going to circle back.
I do football on Sundays, and I kind of chose football over the Lord, so Lord forgive me. but
this goal's for you.
But yeah, I basically saw like, if you got hella negative thoughts coming at you, I'm just thinking of like, I know what that is. That's the devil. Like, ain't no way Jesus is out there. I mean, like I said, I'm not that religious, but ain't no way a good person's going to be out there throwing shade and putting you down. I mean, that's not just religious. That's in general.
Some people say it's a test, though.
It is, but that's either way.
It's God's test for you.
Either way, I passed that test because
You're 5 now. Here's cancer and leukemia. There's your test.
How are you going to handle this?
That's solely the reason I don't believe. It's purely because there's too much bad things happening in the world to people who don't deserve bad things to happen.
That's why I say I'm not really religious.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it to be able to rationalise those things. I think there's something there. I
believe in a kind of Gaia. I believe in like the world... Oh God, I'm going to start talking like I got a foil hat. But like, there's mushrooms and mycelium. We watched a program about like
really
mushrooms and like fungus and stuff and fungi.
How they talk to each other.
Their entire root system, it links other plants' roots. So the way that our neurons in the brain can fire across, and you see them little like a graphic on TV, and it's firing a light across each of the synapses, whatever it's called. That's what roots do, but they actually use all the mycelium. It coats roots, So if you pull a root out of the ground, it would kind of slimy a little bit because that's mycelium. So and they tested it on the thing we watched. They cut down a tree like yonder, and then they was actually registering the pulses of like electricity that come off of the trees within like a mile radius, and like a bomb going off in a shockwave. All the trees started to actually respond and tell other trees, someone's cut this down, we need to do something. And that's when they'll start to drop seeds and stuff, because they're aware that they might be coming to an end. Let's drop seeds so that we can regrow. Crazy. And that's all for the mycelium.
I mean, everything's got energy though.
So the earth is talking, and I said that. We all have a pulse in us.
Yeah.
Energy can't be either made or destroyed, it can only be transferred. So if you die now, you got like 3 volts in your body, I don't know what it actually is. That's got to go somewhere.
Yeah, it's got to go.
If I touch you, I like to believe it's going to go into me.
Yeah.
But then it would be dispersed through heat, through what, I don't know, it's crazy.
It goes
deep.
On, goes
so
deep.
yeah.
But going back to like your inner kind of voice, like, you know, it's been said before, like, you are your own worst critic.
100%. I said that to you the other day
and
as well.
And it's so hard to overcome that sometimes, because what other people see, they don't see the full version of you. So, you know, you put on a face and you mask and everything up, but then when it's just you and your own head, and you start overthinking too much and digging into things and criticising yourself and
and I saw
thinking about what you would have done differently and all that kind of stuff.
I saw an interesting video on it. I saw 2 videos actually. There was one about people on motorbikes, and they still circle back to the exact same topic. Or even in a car, anything you're driving, and they teach you to skiers. If you think you're going to crash, don't look at where everyone's instinct is to look at where the vehicle's going, and if you look at a tree, you will hit that tree.
Yeah.
If you're a skier and you're skiing through there's just all the trees, they tell them to look for gaps. Because even if at the last minute there's a tree there, if you're looking at the gap, you're going to stare into the gap and you're going to pass through it. So that's how they're trained, is to just spot gaps in trees and just bat, bat, bat. That's how they can do that quick scheme through trees, which you think, how are you not hitting one?
Target asphyxiation.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And then it's the same for bikers that are doing like even sport or doing it on the road. If you have a wobble and the bike starts to veer off, don't look at the side of the road. Look at the road, and you will just naturally stare back into the road.
Yeah.
And 2 people will look at the barrier, hit the barrier, and it's the same in our minds. If you keep saying, "I can't do this," like I do it, I think, "Oh, if I just had like I'll say something that's bad about myself, and I'll keep on doing it, going, "Oh, if I just had this, things would be so much better. If I just had it," but then I'm not going to get it. No. You have to you have to keep on saying to yourself, I'm going to get this.
Well, it's manifesting, isn't it?
Yeah, and it works.
It's what everyone does. And nobody who's famous is like manifest like, I'm always going to be poor my whole life, and then be like, oh, now I'm famous. Everyone who's done that has been like,
I'm the best at what I do, and I'm going to win.
They've said that before they became it. So
it's so much easier though to look at what you don't have and what you want, rather than
everyone does it.
What you do have. Like you always see other people. There's always going to be somebody out there that is doing better than you.
He told me that.
There's always people out there that are doing a hell of a lot worse. You know, so yes, the situation that you're in right now might not be ideal. It might not be where you want to be, but you can change that.
I think it's why gratitude and appreciation is so important. Because if you have those 2 things and you master it, you're never comparing yourself, because you're appreciative and grateful for what you have. Yeah. And then you're not looking at what you don't have, because once again, you're appreciative and grateful for what you do have.
I think this is a really hard thing for you. But better now, but when we first got together, you were very materialistic. It was, you had to have stuff. You're constantly spending money on things.
I love stuff.
And the next thing, like, you had to have the next thing. It was, whatever you had wasn't good enough. Like, you always wanted more. And it wasn't until, you know, we've been through a lot of things together, and, you know, coming up to 10 years in May. And I think that through going up through those things, and obviously having Freya and, you know, becoming a proper family, you appreciate the smaller things more.
I do now. Yeah, I do now, but I think also at the time, I would buy stuff. The reason why I liked having stuff, it's changed now. It's changed a lot now. Obviously, I've got the camera that I love. We've talked about episode 1 or whatever. The PC, the monitors. It's nice to have.
Yeah.
Like, I tell people I've got an actual studio, and they're like, what? And I'm there like, yeah, but it wasn't overnight.
No.
It's taking years to amass all this stuff. and then we just painted a wall. Like, you know, it's happened. But for me, so now, for example, I've got a phone that's like 400 quid, whereas before it was a flagship, it was a Z Fold, it was I used to love them. A, because I'm a tech nerd, and B, because I just, in the same way that as a love language, I like it was like gift giving. I like buying gifts for myself as well.
Yeah.
So I know I feel good. I've never been any more positive than when I bought that camera. I was in the best mood of my life. When I went home, first thing I did, just playing with settings. I just sat there. Same feeling everyone had when they get like a new phone though.
Oh, yeah.
Sit there for like 8 hours and just go through every setting and say, what can this thing actually do? So for me, it was like I buy myself a gift, and it has to be. It was quite nice because it has to be a really good gift because I had value for myself. Like, so I thought the more I buy myself, I get a Z Fold, I feel good because it's mine and I like it, I enjoy it. Same reason I've started taking cases of phones. I don't have a case anymore on any phone I own.
Why?
Because I watched a video.
Adam Savage.
I feel like I know where it's going.
Adam Savage said, when you buy a phone, you buy it for its sleekness, its blackness. It has like a bezel that's metal. You look at it on the images and it looks peng. iPhones look nice, you know, they have a nice look. Then we go cover it with a big ugly case, and then you don't see that until you come to sell it again. Then you take the case off, you take the screen protector off, you clean it up, and you think, oh, this looks like a good phone again. It's like, but you spent £1,000 pounds or dollars on that phone. Enjoy it for what it is. You've got a $1,000 phone. When you come to sell it, you're going to sell it. It's not going to be yours anyway. So if it's scratched and battered, who even cares?
I mean, I see that, but then at the same time, a lot of people, they don't buy phones for the exterior. It's more so the internals, which you don't see.
We should though, shouldn't we?
What, the exterior?
Yeah. This phone, one of the things I actually like about it is it has lights and stuff. Like, it's such a nice phone to actually look at and see what it does, and it's quite cheap. So it's like, well, why would I then go put a case on it and cover it when that's one of the kind of main things I like all this black kind of bezel.
I mean,
and stuff.
I agree to it. I agree to a degree, but I think then at the same time, what if you're dropping your phone? You're just wasting.
Oh, I've already.
Well, that's what I mean. They say you got to sell it anyway, but then that decreases the value. So then you just end up losing money or having to spend money just because you wanted to appreciate the exterior more.
As a side note, this is the first phone I've broken the actual screen on.
Okay.
I've never broken a screen before ever. On the Z Fold, didn't break a screen. On the P40, P30,
No,
P20.
the Z Fold just knackered itself, didn't it?
Yeah, that just broke.
Me, on the other hand, I think I've broke like 3.
Loads of screens. But
It's
yeah,
always
this
like
is the
really
first
minor.
one, and it's because I dropped it on the. I've dropped it a few times. It's got like, it's not perfect, but it's mine. It isn't.
If it's a phone like that, I'd agree then, because you've got the light and everything. But I mean, I think with iPhones, because everybody knows iPhones, they break so easily, and if you've not got that insured, the amount you're paying is ridiculous. So I would rather just appreciate it with a screen protector on and a case.
I would say though.
I've seen a lot of people with the completely smashed the back.
Oh,
Yeah.
iPhones used to be horrendous for like just the most tiniest of terrible. But
I think
I
that's
would
a lot.
say, for not having a case on all my phones, I take a lot more care of it. And I think when I had a case, I'd dash it on the sofa. You get a bit careless with it, and then that's where it can get broken. But when if you've got an iPhone that you've paid 1,500 quid for, you're going to look after it. It's going to be in your pocket, screen facing your leg. It's going to be, you'll be careful with it. You're not going to treat it like a toy, because now phones are just treated like toys, and actually they're fucking expensive, and they should be taken care of. And we have them for a lot more years now than we used to.
Yeah.
Before the iPhone came out, and then like a year later, iPhone 2, then a year later, the next one, a year later,
switching.
and then you're on a 2-year contract, so you always miss the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I hated it. But now I could have this now for like the next 4 years, and it's still going to be as relevant as now. So yeah, I think just enjoy what you've got. But yeah, back to it. So I'd buy all nice things just to make myself feel good, and as a gift for me. So that's how I know that I was happy.
It really
yeah.
used to annoy me though, because you just.
Oh, I was obsessed with stuff, and
Yeah.
I couldn't part with anything. I couldn't sell anything.
Just hoarding.
It's like the stuff I've got on the shelf now. Like that stuff doesn't ever get touched. I've got
Yeah.
some Only Fools and Horses stuff. I've got Halo Reach that I don't even play because it's for Xbox 360. There's like a weird kind of games console up there as well. It's called OnLive, which was like the first. Was one of the first ever streaming like game services.
Oh, mad.
So it's a little box you plug into the internet, and you got access to like GTA and stuff.
Jeez.
You can't use it anymore because all the servers are down. But I like having it because it's like it's a relic.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just nice
It's
to
a
have.
memory.
So even though it's not worth anything, all that stuff isn't worth anything, but it is to me. So I just like having stuff, I suppose. But after having Freya, I have learned there's things that happen in life after being obviously friends with you as well. Like, obviously people are a big impact. Obviously people are a gift. That's how I see it now. Because before, a side note, this is going back to mental health. There was a time in my life, it was when I was living there with Dad. And I said to myself, so the first time I got super low, I would say, was when there was the war in Syria.
Yeah, it was about that time.
About that time, right? Because it was all over the news.
Okay, when was that?
That was like...
I can't remember.
You could pull it up on Google. Fair few years ago.
Okay.
It was about 2016 because it was just before your dad went back to France.
Right. So that's when I got really low, and it was because I was watching it on the news. I've seen it on Facebook. I've seen it on Instagram. It was everywhere, and I kept watching clips. And I would, God, I could go on so many tangents about me. I don't want to talk about myself too much, but like, if there's something I take an interest in, I will research it quite a lot. I dive into it. I took an interest in Islam. Not because I'm religious, I just wanted to know more. Because I don't want to be... A lot of people get hateful for things that they don't know because it scares them. I don't want to be hateful, so I was looking into it. Anyway, so I started looking into this war and like just seeing all the damage that was done, and that's all I kept seeing. And there's this one clip of a guy, he's walking through some rubble, got all the people from the Red Cross there and everything, and it's just smoke. It's like a typical war scene. Someone's got a camera on him, some kind of journalist, and... he's holding what I thought was a carrier bag, but it turns out to be a baby. And the baby's dead, just limp. Fully limp and grey. So that's his child who's died. And he's not even crying because he's numb.
Oh, yeah.
He's thinking, my child's died. And like, this is my house and it's all rubble. So obviously everybody's dead. Then he sees a hand poking out and they're like, who's that? And there's a ring. Like a wedding ring. He's like, that's my wife. Check the pulse. Yeah, dead. And he's like, okay. He just had to firm it.
Yeah.
And I was there like, nah. And then he had 2 more kids that were also dead. And I was just like, and he was just holding one on his shoulders. He was carrying them all to a grave. And I was like, I can't now go to work, go to college, go to school, go to wherever, and be happy when I know somebody is suffering that much. And they were asking for people to come and help and support. And I even told Dad, I was like, well, I'll go. If I had the money, I'll jump on a plane like right now and I'll go and help. I'll start digging out rubble and stuff and rebuilding because I don't know if I was working.
Yeah.
Was I working? It was part-time, I want to say.
Yeah, part-time.
So I didn't really care. I'll just go over there and do that. If you're working for the actual Red Cross, you get fed. And that's all you get, but that's all I need.
Yeah.
So I felt so low. The more I kept watching that stuff, that kid that washed up on shore on the coast down south, there was like a dead child that washed up. Can you recall that?
One of the refugee kids.
It was like a refugee, and then we had all the border at Calais was rammed by like 8-mile queues with lorries because people were trying to jump in the trucks because of the war. And then I even told Dad was thinking about actually going to the border and helping out with them.
Well, that's initially why I went back to France, wasn't it?
Because he could speak English and French, and he was there like, I told him, like, if you go to the border now, there's camps that they were put in on the border of Calais for all the refugees because there was thousands of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you could help because you speak English and French. You've got that. It's bilingual, and you're a helper. He's always worked in kind of child services and stuff. He's always been a helper, and yeah, that got me low. But then I like a switch flicked, and I told myself I'm just not going to care about it anymore. And that's about the time I stopped caring about things that's like all fucking material. It was also the time that we went to court. That's the second time I felt low. Is when we all of us got charged. So Kirsty, me and a friend got charged for a crime. It was arson because our friend set off a firework. It went haywire and it set the whole of the cat market on fire.
It just like 1,000,000 to 1 chance got stuck on.
There's a 1,000,000 to 1 chance. It was a broken shutter that didn't close fully. There was so many things in the fine print that went wrong on that day. Anyway, it was on camera. We all got charged for it because we all went to the station and handed ourselves in after seeing like things on camera and stuff. Then
because we didn't realise that the firework was the cause of the fire.
Yeah,
at that point
we didn't even know that we'd done it because our fireworks looked like they all went off, and the one that actually hit off the shutter, it did a bang. So we thought, oh, it's calm. All gone home the next day. Oh, the cat market's been burnt out. Like it was bonfire night, so like it couldn't have been ours. Everyone was doing fireworks. Anyway, we went in, but then off the back of that, Kirsty your case got dropped fairly early.
About a year or two after.
A year.
It kept getting pushed, didn't it?
We had court cases that kept getting moved. They'd already charged our friend because they saw him hold the firework, and then us two, they just wanted to bring me in for being associated because he's my friend. Kirsty got dropped because she's far enough away because she's obviously my partner. She's my partner and he's my friend, so it's like she's not even that involved. So they dropped hers,
Right.
but they kept me in for 2.5 years, and they said
No, it was like in total it was like 3 or 4 years it went on for.
it was long. I just remember it was long, and the court kept getting pushed, so I got low, and then they wanted in at the start they wanted us to pay fees for our fucking solicitor.
Yeah, it came to like
they wanted
14 grand.
Yeah, and they wanted like £1,500 each a month. And I was like, that's both of our wages. It was only like £1,300 each a month. I was like, we can't physically do that. So we're fighting with the courts, and we couldn't talk to the court. We got to talk to our fucking solicitor. She said there's nothing I can do, and I was like, I can't not live on any money. Like, what do you? This is so stupid. And then eventually they worked out that they fucked up some paperwork somewhere, and they were like, oh, you've just got to pay £400 a month. Was it? It was a lot.
Yeah, we managed to get it to 150.
Oh, so
On like a payment plan.
We had it brought
thing.
down, and then after all those years, the officers said they wanted to drop it because they said we can see it's an accident, we can see it wasn't intentional, but the CPS want to carry it on. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then it got dropped. I had my court date on like a Zoom type thing because it was all kind of COVID times, and I'm in the room with just the fucking CPS woman. The judge hasn't even come in the room yet, and she's like, "Oh, have you heard it? It's all being dropped." I was like, "No." So what do you mean? She's like, "Yeah, we don't have anything against you." And I was like, "But you." So they initially give you a fat pack of your charges and what all
the evidence,
all the victim impact statements, all the evidence that they've got, the things that they want to get you on specifically that you've got to argue in court if it does go to court, and they had things about my phone and they had things like this. Like they said that I was filming. So they said, I was egging him on because I was filming, and if I wasn't filming, perhaps he wouldn't have done it. And I said, and we said initially, the police had our phone for months.
Yeah.
We had brand new phones as well, which was fuming. They had all 3 of our phones for months. Went to forensics, did all their testing, no videos on there. I was like, so well, surely that's squashed. Surely that's gone, because the police would say, no, they ain't got nothing. All
there
right,
was no
let's drop
egging
it.
to do anyway. It was just.
It was all just there. He was just doing fireworks. So yeah.
It was silly. It happened.
Anyway, coming off of the actual story, that's the second time I was at my lowest, and during that time, I was working for IKEA. IKEA's home drop service. It wasn't actually IKEA; it was a different company. And I was working in the warehouse at the time, and I clocked how dark it was because the thoughts I was having from my head were just recurring. There was always death. There was always somebody dying, Kirsty dying, like either Freya dying. I was in a bad way.
Freya wasn't there then.
She's not. It's just you then.
It was before I was pregnant.
It was you and Nikita, maybe Isaac. It was just mad.
Yeah.
Dark. Anyway, so I phoned up 111 or 101, 111, the one for ambulance. 111. And I told him what I was feeling, what I was thinking, and I said, you need to get straight to hospital. And I was like, what? No, I'm just in a bad place. I was like, no, if you're a threat to yourself, it's actually no different to having like a bleed or a stroke. It's not actually killing you this second, but soon it will. Like that. So that's how that she like was actually saying to me. She's like, you don't understand how bad you are, and although you're obviously talking about it to me now, I don't want to put the phone down, and then in an hour's time I see, on records or something that you died. So you've got to get to yeah, and I got sent to Derby Royal because it was the closest to where I was working. I jumped on my bike, I've ripped it to Derby Royal, and I spoke to my boss, and he was like, go. So I fully understand, like this is paramount, go. Got there, I got to reception, and there's like, we can't help you. And I was like, no, you understand that I've been sent by the ambulance service, said I've got to come here, big queue of people, everyone's listening. I was so embarrassed. I was like, why can't I have a booth or something? So I was like, this has happened, blah blah blah, like I've been sent here. She was like, what's it for? It's for my mental health, like can anybody see me? She was like, no. And I remember I was just like, are you serious? There's not one doctor that can help me here. She's like, no, we haven't got like an actual mental health unit here. I was like, alright, cheers. And I jumped on the phone to my to you.
You rang
Mum.
me while I was at work.
I rang you.
And your mum.
And I was teary. I was like, if a hospital can't help me, who can? Like, well, what am I gonna do? I remember I was in hysterics.
This is part of the reason why a lot of people struggle to ask for help because of situations like that.
I went out on a limb to ask for help. I can't lie, it was hard to actually ring obviously 111 and explain it.
Oh yeah.
It was so difficult, and for her to say go to hospital, I was like, oh, this is long. I don't want to waste anyone's time. I've got work. I've got some orders to do, and like, you know what I mean. You just start thinking like that, and she was then putting it on the phone. She was telling me, she actually rang me back and said like, have you got there? And there's like a GP phoned me back and said, are you there? I was like, they can't help. And then I phoned up my mum. I was crying to her. I was in hysterics to my mum, and I was like, Mum, I think this is it, because I'm done. I can't be helped. Like, that's what they've just told me. And she was like, no.
Yeah, it's Queensland, didn't you?
Then I got a phone back from a GP, and he was like, you need to, if you get down to Queens, I've actually briefed them that you come in. They have a crisis unit there for mental health. You'll be seen. And I remember I ripped it, and there's a moment I realised when I got to Queens that I was like a danger to myself, is because that bike does 130 miles an hour, and I pinned it the whole way down the A50. And even once I got into the city, I don't recall any red lights. I don't remember stopping for anything. I was just like a tunnel. I must have gone through so many red lights, and I didn't care. I wasn't bothered. I got off my bike, and then you know when they say when something bad happens, and then you get the shock afterwards. That's what it kind of was. Once I was talking to the actual therapist. There was two of them. Everyone had to leave the room, and it was just those two and me. And they were asking me like all my problems. And then I told her, I was like, I don't recall stopping for any red light getting here. I got here I got from Derby Royal to Notts in like 20 something minutes. That's ridiculous down the A50. That should be like a 45-minute like journey. And I was like, fuck. And I went to a bit of shock, like, oh my god, I actually am a threat to myself. I could have got hit by a bus, and I wouldn't have even bothered. Crazy times. Then I got seen. I got fucking medicated. I got like some. I could keep going back, having some sessions. Yeah, man. I would say that's the two. Was there a third?
No.
Just that one. And since then I've been alright, because I've had a kid and everything, and I've come out of it, and
You've been up and down, but that's normal.
it is normal to a degree. But I still have like some actual moments where it's peaks and troughs now, but they're quite steep. I find. Like the other day, I was texting you both because Freya just would not sleep. Would not sleep for love nor money. She went to bed at like midnight at the end.
She did that with me the other day. It's hard work.
6:30 until midnight. I was tired. Work was just dry, and I was already feeling in a bad way, and I was already feeling kind of negative anyway. And then she wouldn't sleep, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, go to sleep.
One thing after another.
Like, I just don't need this. I don't need this. And then it got a bit much. But then as soon as you came home, I had my tablets. I wasn't taking them properly either, but I had them, and then I was like, the next day I felt fine. I felt like everything's good. You know what I mean? It's weird. There's peaks and troughs though, isn't it?
It's also masking as well.
What's masking?
The way you hide, like how you feel and stuff, from other people, because you don't want them to see, like how bad you are. But then, like, was it January last year? I was walking home with Freya from Central Avenue from West Bridgford, and I saw a woman climb over the railing on the bridge, ready to jump in. And I'm like, I just ran up and I was like, what are you doing? I've got Freya. She's, sat in her bike, and I've just grabbed hold of this lady, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, I can't do it anymore. This is it. She wasn't talking too much. She didn't go into anything. And I was like, straight on the phone to, obviously, 999. They were so fast. Like, it felt like forever in the moment, but they were there so quick. Obviously pulled her back over, but there were people kind of stopping. Oh, are you okay? I'm like, does it look like everything's okay? I'm holding a lady, trying to stop her from jumping off a bridge. She wasn't. She stood there, honestly, with her hands in her coat pocket, just stood there. It's like she could have slipped at any moment. She just stood on the tiniest ledge, on the wrong side of the bridge. A guy came up and kind of hung around, and I was like, he got hold of her at one point because I had to do something on my phone, I think. But yeah, the police and fire brigade turned up, and then unexpectedly I got a letter from them. What was it called? Chief Constable's Commendation?
Commissioner's Award, wasn't it? Was it Constable or Commissioner? It was some high up officer's award, anyway.
Saving someone.
Yeah.
So she went to like an awards thing for the police at their headquarters, the massive headquarters.
It was so lovely because
really
obviously
nice.
they go through all of the all the like officers, and I wasn't the only civilian there. There was a couple of others there as well.
So
they go through all the stories of
it's
why
to
they're
highlight
getting
things
it.
from the past year. I think it's past year that have been like exceptional. So there's an officer who got hit with like a glass bottle. His dog got incapacitated somehow, injured, and then he's there being treated for his big wound on his head, and I don't know if he got like stabbed or whatever, and then there's officers now swarming the area, and then he sees the guy, like he's just walking down a street with his hood up, and he's there like, that's the guy, and the fucking medic's trying to work on him, and he just pushed him aside like a movie. He just tackled him again and just started arresting him. So he got an award because he was injured. He was out for quite some time as well, like from work, because he got fucked up because two guys jumped him, and he still arrested one. Like, it's crazy. There's people who somebody else helped stop someone from jumping off the.
I think
there was
a
bridge over the M1.
Other officers that had helped people.
So it's for people who've been, for want of a better word, a hero, who've gone a bit above and beyond their actual duty. Do you know what I mean? And they bring in certain civilians to receive that award, because without them, it would have been too late for the police to attend. That person would have been gone. So they also get a recognition. So you was up with these two of the officers, or one?
Yeah, two ladies. They were the first people on scene.
It's downstairs on the wall. I've sure seen
I've seen it.
But it it's sad to say that not everybody would do that. You know, there were people that.
Well, think how many people drove past.
Yeah, loads of people drove past. Loads of people walked past.
I'd have to pull over.
Yeah. One lady got off the bus. She got off the bus and came
ran
over.
back. Damn.
Which was nice, but the police were on the way anyway. There's nothing that she could have done. So we've been witness to a lot of things, and we've stopped and helped a lot of people. You know, there's a guy just collapsed at crossing the road, just randomly. I can't think of anything else.
But that bridge,
you know,
you've obviously been in knots your whole life.
Yeah.
Are you aware how many people have died off that bridge, off Trent Bridge?
Can't say I am.
It's a lot. I feel like it's like 3 times a year, like that I'm aware of, because obviously there's things we're not going to see because it happens late at night.
Yeah.
But the amount of times, like even last year in COVID times, fuck me, there's always fire engines blocking it. Because that's what they do. They get the fire engines to actually block the entire bridge, so obviously no one can pass. Then there's always coppers swarming it, and then they get the boats underneath to catch people if they fall. It's happened so many times. That bridge is notorious for it.
But I always think to myself, like, if I'd have not stopped and grabbed her and talked to her, I just spent the whole time talking to her, even when she didn't answer me back. I just kind of saying, you know, whatever's going on right now is not worth your life. Like, people can help you, things can change. You know, this is not it for you. And she looked like she was maybe a bit older than me, but she wasn't like.
Didn't you hear in the end that she got help?
She got sectioned.
Yeah, that's the best outcome. Though,
yeah, and you know, I hope wherever she is now, she's healthy and happy, and you know, got all the help and stability that she needs. But I think it's just the kindness of a stranger can go a long way.
Definitely.
For a lot of people, and I think a lot of people will see something and go, "It's not my problem." But you know.
So Wes, what's the time? You don't have to go into detail. What's the time in your life that you were probably at your lowest, and how? Just in case anyone's watching who's been in or is in a similar situation, how did you overcome it? Because you're here now and you're good now.
My ex.
Oh, I'm aware.
That breakup was like, I don't know what it was. That sent me into a place I've never been before. Like the lowest of the low. Similar to what you said when you were like bombed on your motorbike. I just didn't give a shit about anything. Like, I felt like if someone was to kidnap me and be like, listen, send us this or we'll kill this, I'd be like, okay, say less.
I'm not sending it.
Yeah. Because I think the day it happened, I was driving from Scotland on a job.
Oh, it was a scene.
Yeah. And I was just there at the wheel, bawling my eyes out. And I was thinking, if anyone drives past me, they're going to think I'm a crackhead.
Was I at work at that time? Did you come back in the yard and see me at all?
No, you wouldn't have been working.
Oh, was this early?
This was before, yeah.
Okay. Would you say you felt that way from the breakup or through guilt? Or both?
Through both, definitely. Okay. Yeah, and obviously it's easy to... Whenever you feel shit, it's easy to focus on that shit stuff. When you feel like shit, you're not going to be like, oh yeah, happy, thinking about the happy stuff. You get thinking about the shit stuff. make yourself feel worse.
So how did you go from, obviously, you're coming back from Scotland, you're bawling your eyes out, inside of the cab steaming up because it's so moist in that. How did you go from that place to where you are now, where you're with us, having a laugh, you're doing good, you're fit and healthy? Everything in our lives right now, I can say is good. I don't know your life that deep, but we're all good right now.
Yeah.
At this moment in time on this pod. How did you get from there to here?
Time for the most part. That was going on just over 2 years ago, and I've only just really come to terms with it like 4 months ago, like I said. So it took a lot of time to heal from it. You have to revisit those things, or those you don't want to. You just want to be like, right, I just want to forget about it and move on. I had to revisit it a lot of times, come to terms with it, ask myself why it happened, ask myself why the things that happened, and just kind of accept it in a way. Because I kept trying to in a way, I was delusional about it. I was there like, okay, yeah, but maybe I can make things work, and it was never going to work. So I kept on prolonging it out, trying to think, oh, I can rekindle it, when I knew it was never going to happen deep down. So I kept stretching out the pain in a way. Coming to terms with it was the main thing, and then just accepting listen, this is what it is. You've got to let it go. I don't have to do that overnight. It's going to take a lot of fucking time, but that's what you need to do. So, time helped. Medication helped. Actually, it didn't help as much as I thought it would. I thought it'd be like a big...
For me, it's like the way I see taking meds, because I hate taking them. I like to think I can control my own emotions.
Just makes you numb.
And all the chemistry in my head myself. But I'm aware it's a chemical imbalance. Your body's doing what it's doing. You can't do it without... But for me, having the meds is like... an engine that's turning over but it won't start, and you spray that starter fluid in and it starts and that runs. The tablets for me are just that starter fluid. It's got the engine going, and then you ease off the starter fluid, and then the petrol should do its job. And then so for me it's like a little booster, and then I've got to try and keep that high myself, whether that's buying up things that I like, whether that's being with you, having a laugh. That's what this pod is actually for. That's what having this tat's for. That's just family. That's all my different family on my arm.
For me, it just made me numb.
It does make you hella numb.
I was just I'd feel nothing at all, but the thoughts were still there. So if someone tried to make me laugh, and something that might make me laugh now, I was just walking around. I was basically empty.
Yeah.
I was just like.
That is a big side effect of a lot of antidepressants, but that can also be just finding the right one. I've had people say to me, "Oh, I was on the XYZ, antidepressants don't work for me. This don't work for me." It's like there's so many different things you can try, and it puts a lot of people off because I don't want to feel like that. Mm-hmm. But the first antidepressant I was ever on, when me and Mad first got together, didn't really work for me. So I started another one, but then I was kind of reluctant to try again, until after having Freya, when Freya was about, I want to say when she was about 9 months old, I started to feel low, and the postnatal started to kick in, and it was like, after having a baby, you feel very isolated, your life changes, there's a lot of things that you can't do as you would have done before. You don't trust people with your baby. There's only certain people that I'll trust to look after her, so it's like I felt like I could never get time for myself, time for us. Which was difficult. And then I thought it was okay, I thought I could handle it, and then after a few months of that I was like, I need some help now. I don't want to get to a point where I'm a danger to my baby or to myself. I started again on Sertrally, and I've been on it ever since.
I don't want to cut you off, but that point made is absolutely perfect. To say I'm not okay, I need help.
Yes,
I think
thing to do.
So now I try and do that. So when I was having that bad night, first thing I did is text you two.
Yeah.
That's my help. That's my... So somebody just bail me out with a chat. That's all it is.
Talking helps so much. It's hard. It's hard to initiate, but it does help.
And I find that when I went into that actual crisis unit, that just... I could talk to them about things that... I wouldn't say I haven't told you. I probably told you, but not as in depth. Because it's two strangers, and they're both highly trained therapists, I could do real things that, and they start to dig and go, well, how can we feel like they'll pick on something I didn't even realize I said. They'll be like, you said you feel like this about this, but what is this? And I'm like, oh my god, I gotta go deep into that. Like, I start to about like I have trauma from primary school. I have trauma from I was going to doctors for all of primary school. I had hospital visits like weekly for issues I had bullying. I had like it goes on with my health internally, which was really bad. And I was in and out of hospital with bullying. Like they were just going through so much, and I was like, god damn, you guys have picked me apart. I didn't realize I was upset about that.
Yeah, it stems back from.
And I haven't healed from those things. School I haven't healed from, and the bullying. Oh my god, I got a story, a quick story time. This is madness, and I told you I was going to say this as well. So, in school, because of the health issues I had, I was on a lot of meds in school, right? And like I say, it was about once a week. My parents will correct me. Once or twice a week, I was in hospital, and I had to have these fucking procedures done that were very invasive. So I was low from that because the doctors would already explain to your parents what they're going to do and why. But I'm a young kid; they don't really explain to you. They just tell you what they're going to do, and they go, "You got to go." Okay. I got offered to have a colostomy bag. I got offered all this shit, and I was like, I'm getting bullied as it is. For my stutter was so bad in school. You know, those kind of on the videos of those people were like, I was like that. So imagine in English now, the teacher's saying everyone's has to read a chapter, and they're like, no. And they're like, well, if you don't read it, then you're going into after school detention. And I'm like, are you mad? You're gonna get me bullied. I can't say it. Like, I can't read a specific like paragraph to the room. Like, my confidence is shot. I'm getting bullied. I had a bowl cut. I was skinny. I was small. Like, I had nothing going for me in school. So I was if I was in school now, I would have bullied me. Like, I'm telling you, I was horror. And because of that, this one teacher, my form tutor, still don't like him to this day. He used to say, "It's not good enough, Madison. It's not good enough." That was his go-to phrase, right? And in the morning, in form, when you go into and you do all the registering your form, that little 10-minute thing, whatever the fuck that was about, he would say, "Right, I don't know what these talk about in form. I've blanked school out. I can't lie. My memory of school." I've learned in recent years it's a coping mechanism. You block out shit. But I remember him saying that, and I remember I used to not take in my PE kit a lot of the time. I didn't want to do PE because part of the meds I used to take was for laxatives. I was on shitloads of laxatives. Now, accidents can happen as a young child when you're on laxatives. Do I want to play football on a shitload of laxatives? No, because it's going to be horror.
Yeah.
And like I used to say this, like, and then I had this note from my GP to say he needs to go to the toilet because you're only allowed to go to the toilet like once or twice a day, like to actually leave class.
Yeah.
And if you try to go any more times, I go, no, you can't go. And I had a note from the GP that says he needs to go to the toilet a lot more than he's on so many medications that are trying to fight each other. He needs to go to the toilet like 6 times a day. And then you say no. And I'm sat there, like, well, for want of a better word, I'm sat there, my legs crossed, needing a shit. Like somebody let me go to the toilet, and so of course I'm being naughty now. I'm kicking off. I threw chairs at teachers. I threw tables at teachers. I was bad.
Jeez.
In school, I was really bad. So, bear in mind, the things that we know now about me is ADHD, big time, because I hyperfixate on stuff and I have all those traits. And also autism. Kirsty's sister works in an autistic school as a teacher. I feel like she just diagnosed me one day. She says like,
well, she has got
you're
a
autistic.
degree.
Yeah, she has like a uni degree in it as well. So she just diagnosed me and said, yeah, autistic. I was like, cool. And then I had anger issues. So as I actually know now, I was quite an what's it called when there's lots of things going on, like a complex case basically. But it used to all come out as anger. Then we had issues at home as well because we had terrible neighbours that would play music till 4 a.m. So my dad was always stressed. So we were arguing. It was long. But so teacher always used to say, "It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Have you got homework?" Well, no, because I've been arguing with my dad all night, and I haven't done it because I don't care about it. The ADHD says don't do it. That's what it's like. If I don't care, I can't get invested in it, and so it's not good enough. Anyway, fast forward to 2018 I think it was. This guy from school who it's called Dom. I'm gonna bait him out. I don't care. It's called Dom. I wasn't even friends with him in school. He was one of the people that used to bully me. He was in the circle of people that used to bully me. He popped up on a chat and said, "It's not good enough, Madison," in caps. And out the blue. Bear in mind I haven't spoken to this guy. What, we left school in 20...
2009.
Not yet, time ago. So this is going on like fucking, what, 11 years later?
9
Or
years later. That's
9
really
years
bad
later.
math.
That's terrible math, sorry.
That's crazy.
Like, out the blue, he just sent that. And I was just like, I read it. And the thing is that fucked me up is, I read it and I was so upset. Not by the message or by him, but him saying that flooded the memories of my tutor, PE teachers. I had I had like 2 good teachers in there. I wish I could recall names. One was in DT, sound guy. I feel like he kind of got me a bit. And one was one of the PE teachers. Like, they just understood. Put me in a room, talked to me. I was like, oh, this is nice. But he said that, and I was just like, what the fuck? So then I got really down, and I was down for like a week. And I was down. Because now everything's flooding back, and I'm thinking, fuck, I used to get this bullied. I can remember this person in school. And because I saw his face on the message, I remembered all his friends as well. He used to bully me. I'm seeing faces now. I'm picturing the scenarios in the classroom, and I was like, it was getting me down. It's like I was in school again. I had fucking anxiety. And I had to go into work. And bear in mind, at the time, I was working as a 2018.
Range, I think.
Was I at Range? I was security.
Range or Breezemount?
Range or Breezemount, either way. Like, I had a job where you're talking to staff and people. You know, it's people facing, and like I had anxiety now. I was going into work and I feel like everyone's bullying me. And I told you I have this. It's like a what's it called?
Predisposed. Yeah.
Yeah, I have that like where I assume when I go into any meet and greet or somebody new that they don't like me. That's the assumption off the bat.
Do you know what he actually said to me the
And I
other
have
week?
to work 4 times as hard to get them to like me. And so I come across as a tryhard because I feel like I've got to do more to get them to like me. Yeah, it's mad.
He actually said to me the other week, I don't think Wesley likes me.
Yeah, I did.
Like, on a serious note, he was like, I don't think he likes me. And I was like, you crazy.
I just had this thought pop into my head.
But what would insinuate you to think that?
I don't know.
Exactly. It's
So-
because you make these thoughts. You create them yourself.
Yeah, I know, but there could be something that you said. There could be something small, and I said this same thing.
Because you took too long to message him back, or you didn't answer his
It could be
message.
that. It could be like you've taken long to text back. It could be you've said like, I hate texting because you can't add cadence to your voice. You can't add, you know what I mean. You can't get across accent. Oh, fuck you like that. You go, oh, you're joking. But on a text, it just looks like fuck you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, is he serious or is he joking? Like, but you could say something like, I ask you if you're jumping on, and he just says like, oh no, I'm good. You haven't said it like that.
I've never said that.
But if it was something like that, you could be saying it in a calmest way because you're chilling. You're just like, no, I'm good. And I should just be like, all right, cool. But I'll read it as, no, I'm good. Cheers. I'm like, oh, he doesn't like me anymore. Like, it's less with you. I only thought about it the other day. I don't even know why. So something else must have happened to get me on that track. So something else must have happened to make me think. And it was also, it was a weekend. It was when I was doing that thing at your brother's.
Oh yeah.
The floor, yeah.
No, it's before that.
Was it before that?
Yeah.
Because I said the same thing about your brother. Like, I could just...
Yeah, but you were that was a bit different because obviously the whole being fired and let go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's understandable.
Yeah, but he didn't do it specifically.
Exactly.
But I felt that way even when I was working there.
I mean, I feel like that way about my brother. But how do you think I felt when you left and then you compared me to you? I'm like, this guy fucking hates me.
No, I just get vibes that people don't like me, and part of it is right. So I said this as well. Like, I don't speak to anyone from school. I've had various jobs and I don't speak to anybody that worked there. I've got a couple of friends. I've got one called Mark who I talk to, sound guy. We speak once every year. Like, cause we both got lives. We both got lives and we're both doing stuff. When he comes and links up, we have the best laugh.
He just randomly turns up sometimes.
I got an old school friend, Luke. Again, we talk on and off because we've got lives, we've got kids. Like, but that's it. I've got you. So I could probably say I've got. I hope I haven't missed anybody out. If there is, obviously Fabs. Talk to him on like a regular basis. But that's it. It's like 4 people, which is good to have a circle that's small. But at the same time, I've met so many people in different jobs who I've worked closely with for years. We talk like we're friends and stuff. We inbox each other. Second I leave that job, don't talk to me ever again. I think if we were friends, you'd be like, oh bro, it's obviously sad that you've left. Do you still want to link up? Because there's a couple of guys at Breezemount, obviously Liam, and Dan, sound guys.
And Roy.
And Roy. And like, I haven't spoken to him for a while either.
Ron. I met Ron.
Ron, sorry,
Not
Ron. And like, but they popped up one time and said, "Oh, what are you doing? Want to come for a drink?" And it was out of the blue.
I used to talk to
They were
Jason.
already drunk. I still talk to Jason, and I go see him and his daughter. But again, that's once in a blue moon. But like, there's no one that's like, I don't know, that does this, or like, I think I'm organising to go out with like Fabs to go airsoft or fishing or something. Like, that's what friends do. They make time for their friends. And like, these people that I work with, I don't speak to them no more, and that's part of the reason why I don't get close to anybody. I don't give them any personal info about me, and I come across as cold. Probably why they aren't friends with me is because I think, well, in a year's time, if I leave this, what is this? This is all gone. It's the whole relationship's gone. So what's the point in putting the effort in now?
Yeah.
And I went into Breeze Mount. I remember I just went in there and I was like, the first thing I said is, I'm not here to be anyone's friend. I'm here to work.
Yeah.
That's it. And they had like a manager come in called Chris, who I got on well with at the end. We didn't like each other at the start, and he's open about that. I was working in the warehouse, and like me and him used to clash so much. And he was the whole building's manager. He was the warehouse manager, not warehouse manager, the site manager sort of thing. Anyway, I went for the job as a supervisor there, operations supervisor on night. So I had an interview with Chris and with the actual night supervisor, who I despised. And Chris was like open. He said, "Look, we had like a rocky start. I didn't like you, and you didn't like me. But over time, we've grown and we've learned to like each other. And I did in the end. That's why you were sound." But then I was thinking, yeah, and even now, I don't talk to him now.
I think it's just about convenience, isn't it? Because you're there, people find it convenient to talk to you, but as soon as you leave, it becomes inconvenient.
It's the situation, isn't it?
They have to go out their way now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I was at the range for what, like 7 years, and I thought I had some friends there, and it's like when I
that's retail though.
When I initially left,
anybody from retail.
Yeah, but obviously when I had Freya, people were messaging me, and then when I initially said I wasn't going back, I'd get a message now and again, but I haven't heard from anyone. They talk to me when I go in, like they're my best friend, and now it's like I don't hear from any of you.
It's not even that talking. It's like, because they can inbox me and I inbox back, but I feel that's impersonal because it's a text. It takes a second.
No, but even just like checking in and say, "Hey, how you doing?"
I want people to want to spend time with me, and they don't, other than you, other than Fabs. So it's like he'll put the effort into inbox and say, "Yo, do you want to do something on the weekend?" And if we're free, we're free. I do the same to him because I enjoy his company. I enjoy yours. I'd love it if you were free every weekend and we could do this every single weekend. It'd be banging. But
I'd never see.
They don't. You would never see me. If we had money, big money, M's in the bank, and we didn't have to work, you wouldn't see us too.
No.
I'll be on holiday with Wes, and I'll be like, "How's
Be
Freya? She
running
good?"
off that little chapel in Vegas, and I'd never see you again.
Vegas.
We get matching rings.
First place I'm going. Viva Las Vegas.
Can you even get 2 guys married in Vegas?
Yeah.
I think they've got like marriage drive-throughs.
They do everything over there.
We're gonna have Elvis as the priest.
Mad.
I now pronounce you husband and husband.
Right, shall we move on to Wesley?
Oh my God! So Wes, are you ready for this?
We're ready.
Are you aware of the Urban Dictionary?
Of course.
All right. So if people who don't know, because I'm sure my dad's watching, it's a website where people can put a word on there, like a dictionary, and the public are free to describe that word in an urban sense.
Basically, dictionary for slang.
It's a dictionary for slang.
Yeah.
So.
But like Wikipedia, anyone can add to it.
So if someone puts on there like nank, I know that my dad and everyone wouldn't understand what nank is. You then go on Urban Dictionary, you tab it in, and people will explain it. And nank is a knife, get stabbed, you get nanked, like, and you go, oh, okay, you understand the slang now. So I typed in your name.
Oh, mad.
I typed in Wesley.
Oh, shit.
Now,
These are hilarious.
I'm gonna kind of prefix this or whatever it's called with some of these are scarily accurate.
No.
Scarily accurate.
Okay.
And some of them.
Are you sure you've not written these?
I swear.
You've not written these.
I haven't written these. Okay. I literally screen grabbed these off my phone, put them on here. There's one that's got the N word. You're gonna have to read that one.
Alright. Okay. So first,
Wesley,
very talented, crazy, friendly guy. Most people doubt their abilities, but Wesley's are very humble.
Facts.
Kind and loving.
Facts.
Sometimes they have a short temper. Facts. Not many people understand them or their way of thinking. They see the world how it is and not
the way they want to
not
see
the
it.
way the want. Terrible English.
Yeah.
I wrote this. Not the way they want to see it. If you ever meet a Wesley, don't waste the opportunity. Damn.
That's scary.
It is. That is
That's
scary. Scarily.
Okay, next.
Scarily accurate.
A crazy but sexy man that knows how to make you feel special. He makes you fall fast and hard. Always there for you to comfort you. He is happy constantly and tries to make others happy. An amazing lover that can drive you insane. Compassionate and loyal to the end. Yeah?
Jeez.
Next. Wesley is a name he's given to a guy who's crazy athletic and has the most beautiful eyes you've ever laid eyes on.
I do get a lot of
Yeah,
confidence
yeah.
from my eyes.
Are they
I'm not
green?
gonna lie. Yeah.
God damn, he's green and light skinned.
Green eye gang. We've all
What
got
a
green
prick.
eyes.
Have I got green eyes?
Yeah, they're like green
Okay.
and brown.
Okay. He's caring around others and sweet with anybody he comes across. He will make you fall head over heels with him just by a glance. He may be somewhat intimidating, but give it a while and you'll realise he's a soft and sensitive person. Wesley is outstandingly handsome and makes you feel some type of way.
That is so true.
It's scary.
It is very scary now because when I went to Spain like 4 years, no, it's about 6 years ago now to do some teaching. I didn't know anyone then. They're all these Spanish. So I jump on the coach because we've got a 4-hour coach drive, and nobody says a word to me because they see this guy with tattoos and they're like, "Bro, you look scary as fuck." Like people said this to me 2 weeks and I didn't speak to you because you look so scary.
You don't look scary.
And then they were like, "Oh, you're so soft," and I'm like, so that's very true.
Next. Come on, this is just you.
Oh shit. Wesley's tend to spend a lot of their time on the computer. I know for a fact you wrote this.
I swear.
You got
He
it.
didn't.
I swear on Freya, this is all on Urban Dictionary.
Why all of
Promise
these
you.
accurate? Right. Wesley's tend to spend a lot of their time on the computer. Very true. But
But the dicks are big.
but their dicks are big. They usually
They usually start fucking early because they're that hot. Wesley's tend to fuck every bitch they know, even his teachers. God damn. Have you ever fucked a teacher?
I've not.
Oh damn. Okay, that one's not
I thought you
accurate.
had to think about that now.
that was always on my wish list.
Next. The god amongst gods, a Spartan warrior, a leader of the brave, a beast. These are but merely a few things that describe the man that Zeus himself bowed down to. Yeah, this guy's on you. The man that wins wars single-handedly without the world finding out. The man that killed the Hulk and slayed Thor.
Jesus.
That goes hard. Yeah,
Alright,
these
Wesley,
are weird.
Wesley's up next.
The chaddest of all
Oh,
chads.
that's too American. Jesus Christ.
A great person, tries to be friends with everybody, eats a lot but is
True.
usually pretty skinny.
Very
Facts.
true.
Doesn't talk much until you get to know him. Facts.
Facts.
He usually doesn't have the biggest penis, but that's expected because they usually have good grades.
Cat.
He probably has the most problems with a guy named Trey. He's very awkward with girls and can't seem to keep one very long. Facts. But if you don't know a Wesley, you should get to know one.
Amen. Hallelujah. Jesus. I mean, there was definitely some
There's
truth
some
to that.
truth in it. An extreme pillhead
No.
has committed one murder, sleeps with a whore, he drives a jeep, steals your money so girls stay away, and talks like he's on crack. He's an arsehole, so stay away. Fuck Wesley.
No.
Urban Dictionary goes hard.
Jesus.
Yeah, they've done you on this
Okay,
one.
yeah, this one
A
sounds.
fucking depressed piece of shit. If someone is named Wesley, try to avoid them at all costs. He's an ugly cracker and annoying garbage human being. Would you say that's
You
accurate?
could tell for a fact a woman's mum was called Wesley and was like, you know what, I'm going to Urban
This
Dictionary.
piece of shit.
Some of these are people scorned by a Wesley and they jumped on.
Yeah,
Why would you jump on
seriously.
Urban Dictionary and start cussing him out? It's weird.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A Wesley's a gay person who has the hobby of jacking off in class in front of male teachers. Did you ever jack off in class in front of a male
I
teacher?
can't say I did, no.
Oh, so this is giving it in different tenses.
Okay.
As a noun, an ass passing gas is a Wesley.
Okay.
A verb, to fart in copious amounts, often resulting in soiled undergarments.
One.
An adjective, the one who has the ability to fart on command is a Wesley.
So I could just say, yeah, you just Wesleyed.
Yeah, Wesley.
You
Just
just
all of them,
Wesley.
mate. Yeah,
That's
my boxes
crazy.
are messy. I think there's a few
Jeez.
more. A gay imaginary friend. If you have a Wesley, you have no life. So he's not here right now. Everyone at home, they can hear you on the mic. They can
just see you. No one's
That's it.
talking to no
Facts,
one.
you're imaginary. Wesley, a man whose penis will make all others feel inferior, and wine is the best at playing Snake. And then in a sentence, I saw a Wesley dick while playing Snake. It was like it ate 50 apples. That's so specific.
It was too specific.
Wesley, a huge cunt Bigger than your mum's. Insensitive, has no friends. He's suicidal and hangs himself up on past issues. He has issues with his mum and dad. A douchebag with a hole in it. Useless. Being around a Wesley can leave you negative and make you contemplate suicide.
This person's going.
Yeah, they've been hurt.
What did Wesley do to you, my guy?
What did Wesley do?
Jesus.
Horror.
He must have like slept with his girlfriend or something, and now he's mad.
If you have Wesleys,
This one was funny.
you have long black ass hairs that protrude around the anus, sometimes intertwined with each other, causing Wesley braids. If you got Wesleys, then you've got arse hairs.
Everybody got Wesleys.
No, my Wesleys are hanging low today.
So you can, Wesleys could be anything these days.
Is that the last one? Oh no,
There's a couple more.
Wesley's a. You can read that.
Wesley is a big fucking gay nigger who hates Sea of Thieves and eats ranch. I don't even know what Sea of Thieves is.
It's a game.
It's a game.
Sea of Thieves is some kind of game. And ranch though, why are you getting?
I know, Jesus Christ.
I hate guys who eat ranch. It's crazy. The lowest form, the Wesley, the lowest form of any human being. He usually referred to as a raccoon or ape. Yo, this guy's already white, I can tell. This being is amazingly smelly, and has the ability to be so black that he's white. That sounds like you know?
He's definitely a white guy, 100%.
Oh shit. A Portuguese Wesley. So did they explain what a Portuguese Wesley is?
Teabagger.
The teabagger descends his freshly shaven scrotum upon the teabaggee, who, with powerful mouthwash, he gargles the Portuguese national anthem.
What?
Can't read it up to him by performing a Portuguese Wesley.
I still don't know what that
A
is.
Portuguese Wesley. I put mouthwash in my mouth.
Right.
You have a freshly
Freshly
shaven scrotum.
Right.
You dip it down into my mouth, and I gargle your nuts whilst reciting the Portuguese anthem.
Jesus.
So that's a Portuguese
Wesley.
I think that's it, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Good lord.
There was literally about that was 18 of them, and I could have gone on for like 50.
Some of them are scary.
The first ones, the first like 3, well, absolutely. I think they were on the first. Yeah, the first 3 were on the money.
They were.
We'll have to do ours on the next couple.
Oh, God.
We did have a quick look at ours. They were funny.
I've not looked at mine. I don't think fully at all. So yeah, we'll have a look at each other's name on the next one. But that got me there.
Jesus.
Speaking of Wesley, I had a look at who famous people that Wesley shares his birthday with.
I'm pretty sure it's Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. Yeah.
Kanye West is a day before mine, I think.
We've got Michael J. Fox.
Michael
J. Fox. Who's Michael J. Fox? Can you show us a picture?
Jamie Foxx.
He's white, isn't he? Michael J. Fox.
Back to the Future.
Oh, I don't know when I've watched that.
I know who you mean. The old man.
No.
Oh, the young man.
Yeah.
I don't know who it is.
You know.
Yeah, that Urban Dictionary thread. There was when I texted you and said, bro, I found the funniest thing. I was with Kirsty. I was crying at them. We were in the kitchen crying.
I mean, you had me crying at one point there.
That was brilliant. Anywho, it's been a great ep. I enjoyed this one. It was funny. What you like, comment, subscribe, bell, so you know whenever we upload. We didn't upload last week as you're watching this. It was so terrible. But we aim to upload weekly if we can.
We do try. We do try.
We do try. That's so nice. That's the softest
It's like
happy
a
birthday
lullaby. Wait for the beat.
to you. No, I've got no idea if this is coming through.
If not, you just play it.
Wesley's 16 today.
I'm 16 today. I'm legal to... What am I legal to do at 16?
Well, us two can have our relationship now.
That is true.
We already did, but we won't speak about that on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, thanks for watching.
Until next time.
Peace.
Bye.
Peace.